Welcome, friends, to another episode of Tree Talk. And today's Tree Talk is based on the theme ecosystem restoration. United Nations is going to declare the International Decade for Ecosystem Restoration on World Environment Day, 5th June 2021, with the theme which is the restoration of ecosystems. What is an ecosystem? Ecosystem is self-independent system which has its own biotic and abiotic components. Biotic means living plants and animals. Abiotic means sunshine, water, soil, temperature, stones, sand, etc. And there is interdependence of living components with non-living environment, and there is a constant flow of energy, and together they make the ecologically distinct system which has the unique peculiar plants and animals, and this is self-contained, self-balancing system having its own photosynthesis, own consumers, herbivores, as well as carnivores, predators, decomposers, which ultimately decompose dead plant and animal bodies. That way, they constantly recycle the nutrients and energy flows through the ecosystem. So, we can picturize or visualize the distinct communities in an ecosystem. One ecosystem is different from other ecosystem because it has different set of plants and animals and different set of community structure. Forest ecosystem can be distinguished as different from the grassland ecosystem. Similarly, grassland ecosystem can be differentiated or put apart from lake ecosystem. Aquatic ecosystems are different from terrestrial ecosystems. Subtropical rainforest ecosystems are different from mountain coniferous forest ecosystems. Likewise, we have the taiga forests or tundra ecosystems. Also, we encounter marine ecosystem, which is the largest ecosystem confined in oceans and seas, and it has different set of seaweeds called kelps. It has algae, red algae, brown algae, green algae. It has different set of animals, and photosynthetic role is in the hands of phytoplankton. They are eaten by the herbivorous fish, and then carnivorous fish ultimately eaten by some eagle. And there are marine snakes also. There are seashells, invertebrates also, leeches, worms, etc. So marine ecosystem can be distinguished from any other forest ecosystem. We have man-made agriculture ecosystem, agro biodiversity containing ecosystems, cropland ecosystems, which stands modified. So all these ecosystems quality depends on natural biotic as well as abiotic components. So for the success of any ecosystem to be able to discharge its set ecosystem functions with full potential, they need to have native species. Whenever we introduce exotics, invasive alien species of plants or animals, it fiddles with its ecosystem resilience, thereby jeopardizing ecosystem functions. So when the theme is being declared as ecosystem restoration, it will work under various parameters. Let us focus on our native trees, native medicinal plants, native fish, native animals. And wherever we have introduced exotics, they need to be discouraged from our lands, from pristine habitats. Lantana camara is the invasive alien weed which is colonizing our cheat pine forests in the Shivaliks. It need to be managed so that our native medicinal plants and native flora is able to thrive better. Likewise, in Rajouri or in Chenab Valley, we have another invasive alien species, Parthenium hysterophorus, carrot grass, Mexican grass, which is again not which is not native and it is alien to our ecosystems, our grasslands, so it also need to be discouraged or phased out. Another way of improving the resilience of such ecosystem is reforestation. So wherever we have the wasteland, denuded wetland, we need to plant our native plants of great ecological significance, cultural significance, medicinal importance. For example, myrovalence, amla, Phyllanthus emblica, Harad, Terminalia chibula, Baheda, Terminalia bellerica, Arjun, Terminalia arjuna, Buckley, Axis, Anogysis latifolia, fig fruits, Trimble, Ficus auriculata, Gular, Ficus racemosa, People, Ficus religiosa, Bargat, Ficus bengalensis. Likewise, we can plant babool, Vachelia nilotica, Khair, Senegalia catichu, Fulai, Senegalia modesta. The plants like eucalyptus, callisteman, buttlebrush, Parkinsonia aculeata, Prosopis juliflora need to be discouraged. Even Robinia pseudoacacia is alien to our lands. Another way of improving the degraded ecosystem or forest ecosystem, we need to focus on improvement of the soil nutrients. So soil microflora, mycorrhizal association need to be restored. So we need to control grazing, we need to control soil erosion, we need to maintain a moisture regime where those fungal partners live in harmony with forest trees, and this underground fungal internet is must for the health of the forest trees or forest ecosystem. So mushrooms should be able to thrive in such a forest ecosystem where there is a humus, with there is a litter, and there is not complete removal of leaf litter or humus, so that some very important organisms like earthworm, they should also thrive not only in the forest but even in our crop land ecosystem. We need to encourage the soil microflora and microfauna, including many cyanobacterial associations. Nostoc need to be provided such an environment where it thrives, because it is a nitrogen fixing cyanobacterium and very useful for the improvement of the soil. Even nitrogen fixing trees, legumes, need to be incorporated in our grassland management, cropland management. Even non-legume nitrogen fixing trees like oleaster, Alagnus amlata, elder tree, that is Alnus nitida, even Datisca canavina or Corieria nepalensis. These non-legume trees, they also need to be planted where we have to restore the ecosystem. Another aspect is discouraging the agrochemicals. Indiscriminate use of insecticides, pesticides need to be phased out. We need to recharge the ground aquifers with better vegetation methods, natural solutions. So let the capacity of the forests to absorb more water and enrich the ground aquifers for the perennial availability of water springs, drinking water in the vicinity of forests. So restoring ecosystem or ecosystem restoration means making available pollinators in the natural environment, uh, encouraging organic farming, making available the nitrogen fixing herbs, shrubs and trees available. They are better colonizers and they are also linked with the local wildlife. The plants which are alien to our land, for example eucalyptus, is not used by the wildlife in our area. So it need to be discouraged unless we have the focus simply timber production or paper pulp production in the industrial domain. But in natural forests, such trees are not welcome. So, going with the United Nations focus on International Decade on Ecosystem Restoration being launched on 5th June 2021, let us enlist the plants which are medicinal, which are edible, which are beautiful. For example, Acacia fistula, Amalthus, Indian laburnum. This is a very unique wild ornamental tree presently in flower, and it's having the therapeutic significance as well as cultural significance. This is the state flower of Kerala and national tree of Thailand. Its fruits are used in the treatment of various ailments. Likewise, in the degraded grasslands where the thistles are coming and colonizing the lands, we need to encourage the local grasses like Biran, that is Chrysopogon fulvus, Chrysopogon gryllus, and even in Shivalix, we need to encourage the plant grass like Eulaliopsis binata or Miscanthus nepalensis, and all those medicinal herbs which have ecosystem restoration capability. Thank you. Welcome friends to another episode of Tree Talk, and today's